Hi, everybody. Welcome to Bulletproof Underwear, episode number 141. Yeah! I'm your co-host, Yam Juice.
And I'm your co-host, Flex.
All right. Today we've got a show with we've gone beyond guests this week. We don't even need a guest because we just got it going on here.
Yeah.
But we just got finished playing a little bit with our pal Mandy Button, who is a gal. She's a goyle.
And she also kicks ass in COD.
Yes, she does.
Like she goes 43-8.
Yep.
Check it out.
She almost gets 30 kills every game. It's like it's almost never she doesn't get 30 kills. And unless there's some weird lag shit, we always win when we play with Mandy Button.
Yep. Unless there's a lag switcher or something in the room.
Anyway, we like Mandy Button. She's a cool.
Yep.
She's a cool cat. Shout out to Whopper. Eat my Whopper. He's a beast of a Halo player. It's like I was playing just last night with him, and also shout out to Logan Grimnar. Both of these guys have been on the show. I was playing with both of them, and they were like going neck and neck. They're both such good players. It's like when you get both of them going, there's like no way we can lose. I'm like just kicking back, letting them back me.
Yeah.
It feels good to be carried like a servant, like I've got servants in, like in India or something. No, I'm kidding. They're not my servants. But there's some badass players. So
yeah. Do
you ever get tired of
getting
having everybody that you play with better than us? It's like,
no.
I swear, it gets discouraging. It's like, God damn, these guys are good every time.
Well, when you're 12, I mean, what else can you do but play video games? And
well, none of these guys are 12.
Well, some of them are.
I'll tell you what, though. I watched a Drifter video yesterday. He's real big in the COD community. We've had him on the show. Yeah. Fantastic guy. I really love Drifter. I think he's intellectual. He's a deep thinker. He's a good COD player, but he plays other games too. But his fan base is Call of Duty. It's pretty much strictly Call of Duty. And he had a video when he was at PAX. It was a fan meetup, and he had a whole bunch of his fans show up, and he was at this outdoor, just impromptu thing. Just show up out in this public place in front of a building. And I don't know, there must have been about 40 people there. But, man, they were all kids. I mean, when I say kids, I'm talking 12-year-olds.
Yeah.
If that gives you any idea about the COD overall general fan base.
The fan and player bases.
Yeah, I mean, there was a couple of 15 and 16-year-olds, but most of them were 12. It's like, oh boy. And he would meet the parents. It's like, are you the mom? Yeah, I'm the mom. Are you the dad? Yeah. It's like if I was there, I'd be a fanboy. I like Drifter. And I'd be like shaking his hand and stuff like, oh, which one of these is your kid? Anyway.
That's cool he does stuff like that, though. That's cool.
Yeah, he's done that a couple of times. One time he did it at a restaurant, at some restaurant, and people were like coming around and saying hi to him and stuff. That's cool. It must be nice to be kind of a semi-celebrity.
Yeah. Fame sucks.
But this isn't real fame. This is YouTube fame.
Yeah, but once you get the taste of fame.
Yeah. Well, okay, so you're YouTube famous, you're kind of Twitter famous, you got a lot of followers and you got a lot of subscribers. You go around, you're kind of a big deal. You're kind of a hot shot. But when you go to get groceries or you go buy t-shirts at the mall or something, it's like not exactly getting swamped by paparazzi.
No, certainly not. But still, people are going to recognize you from time to time.
Oh my God, is that Mariah Carey? Justin Bieber.
I don't know. Can she go up higher than a fucking cat screeching?
Hey, I like Mariah Carey.
I
said
Nick.
it.
I like Nick. Nick Cannon, her husband, until he split.
Oh, see, I don't follow the gossip kind of
goings-ons of the two.
Now, my wife could tell you all that shit. She follows who's dating who broke up with who's got married, who had a kid, who's adopting. She can tell you all that shit.
I can't keep track of that.
I don't even know where these people find this shit out.
Schwarzenegger's son.
What about Arnold Schwarzenegger's son?
Miley Cyrus is going to marry him.
Oh, Miley Cyrus is going to marry Arnold Schwarzenegger's son.
Bonus for him, huh?
Yeah, he gets to get up close and personal with that twerking. Okay. Does Arnold Schwarzenegger's son look like him at all?
I don't know, Jason.
Jason Schwarzenegger. What a name.
Just think if he marries her, it'll be Jason twerking.
Miley Schwarzenegger. I could see it.
Yeah.
She's a hoe.
She is.
She's a hoe. If they have any kids, like Arnold should, before he buys any, kitty toys or celebrates or anything, he should have a paternity test to make sure that it's his grandson or granddaughter or whatever. Okay, we're going to get hate from the Miley Cyrus contingent now.
I didn't know the Miley Cyrus contingent watched us goofy fuckers.
Oh yeah. Bulletproof underwear is huge with the
world renowned.
The Miley Cyrus demographic is like just perfectly tailor made for Bulletproof.
Off the hook.
That's it. Let's see. I was at the grocery store this evening and I saw the magazines. It's like they're talking about Kim Kardashian had some plastic surgery, and there was a picture of her on the cover. She's blonde. First of all, she's blonde.
Oh yeah, she's blonde now, huh?
And she's got skinnier jowls and a longer, skinnier nose or something like that. I don't know. She doesn't look like herself anymore.
That shit's painful. Really painful. I've had two nose jobs.
Nose jobs, or they fix busted noses?
Well, fix busted noses.
Right. Well, you're not going in there because you want the Michael Jackson little tiny button nose.
No, I went in there because I got some guy plowed into my nose with the force of a brick.
Let's see a profile. Let's see your side view. That's a pretty good looking nose. They did a good job.
Still works.
Yeah, we found the one part of you, Flex, that's cute. All right. I'm gonna give my profile. You're gonna get a chance to really get a good look at this nose.
All right. Well, that ain't a bad nose.
It kind of has a little up sweep to it.
Yep.
Okay.
That's not bad.
Would you say it's cute?
Sure.
If you were a teenage girl, would you be like buying magazines with my picture on it?
Oh, I don't know about that. They wouldn't be buying them with my picture on it either, though, so who gives a shit?
Oh, man, Bieber's got it going on, man.
He does. All the tattoos and muscles and...
To be honest with you, I haven't heard his name mentioned. Oh, excuse me. I haven't heard his name mentioned in the news in quite some time. I mean, there's probably newer people that are taking over which is probably a good thing. Canada, you can hang your head in shame.
Yeah.
Producing Bieber. I don't know. It's like he's a fine young man. He's just like letting all that fame and riches go to his head and turning him into a douche. It's not his wishes to become a douche. Society is making him a douche. He can't help it. I think we should all show more tolerance for his douchiness, because really, it's not him. It's not him. It's the fans that are making him a douche.
It's the agents, man. It's the promoters. It's the
press people.
The press, the paparazzi.
That's it. All right, so enough Bieber talk. So what's going on in gaming right now?
Well, Battlefield Hardline came out last night at midnight.
Okay, so you were waiting in line with a tent at GameStop, right?
I was in bed sleeping, staying warm.
Okay, well I didn't get it.
I'm going to take a pass on this game. I waffled back and forth a lot. I'm pretty sure my last post, somebody's going to find it and say that I said I was going to buy it. The truth is, I can't afford it.
Yeah. All your money goes to hookers and blow.
Yeah, for the quality of it. I mean, I might as well get hookers and blow.
Yeah. Well, I'm not getting it just because I'm not a Battlefield guy. I mean, I don't got nothing against Battlefielders. I played the beta and it seemed like Battlefield to me.
Yeah, it did too to me.
I mean, it was, it had some differences, but it's pretty much the same thing. Although people are saying that the campaign is really good this time.
Oh, is it?
Have you read any of the kind of their reviews or pre-reviews?
I did not read anything about it. I just played the beta twice and kind of formed my opinions off of the beta.
Well, apparently it's like episodes of a TV show, like a cop drama or something. And it's like the idea is that you're rewarded if you can arrest the bad guys instead of blowing their heads off. So
yeah.
I guess there's some kind of way you flash your badge.
You interrogate them, and
then they surrender.
Instead of taking their tags, you put handcuffs on them. Yeah,
you put handcuffs on them, and then, but like how you're rewarded, you unlock guns. So
yep.
You don't want to shoot them, because if you don't shoot them, you'll be rewarded with guns.
Well, that's the way that works.
I don't know. I guess you have to play it to understand. That's how I understand it.
Yeah, I didn't read a lot. I didn't read a lot of favorable. I didn't read a lot of negative reviews. So I don't know.
Yeah,
I just went off the beta.
Yeah. So, I guess the next big game that's coming out is the Sony exclusive Bloodborne.
Yeah.
Are you interested in that game?
That game I'm not really interested in.
Well,
I don't know a lot about it.
Well, everybody says it's like Dark Souls. It's like that kind of gameplay.
Oh, okay.
It's like melee kind of stuff, but now you have guns. And the combat is supposed to be kind of similar to the Dark Souls games. I never tried those. It just didn't look like my kind of thing. Plus, they're supposed to be super hard, which is like, I don't know. If it's that hard, maybe I don't want to. Maybe I don't want to mess with it.
Maybe you don't want to invest 150 hours in a video game.
Well, I mean, I like a campaign to be challenging. I really do. I don't want to be able to just breeze through it without having any trouble. I mean, it's like...
Well, I like the opportunity to do that, but I usually do it on normal.
Yeah, I usually start off a game on normal. I mean, if you put it on easy, it's just like there's hardly much reason to play. And after you beat it on normal, if you really dig the game and you want to go after achievements and stuff, then you can up the difficulty. Anyway, a lot of people are putting a lot of hopes on that game. That's a heavily anticipated Sony title.
Yeah.
I don't know. I just don't think that's the kind of game that's going to generate gigantic mass appeal. I think it's going to be like Dark Souls. It's going to be a good selling game, but it's not going to be I just don't think it's going to be a giant blockbuster. I don't know. I mean, the Order 1886 came out a few weeks ago.
Yeah.
And, it was by any standard, it was a disappointment as far as the critical reception of the game.
Right.
I watched some people streaming it. Out there yawning is making me tired. Anyway, I watched some people streaming it, and it's like, it didn't look that fun. It looked kind of boring. I mean, there was fuckloads of cutscenes and QuickTime events.
That's what they said.
The triangle button would flash. You'd be watching this long cutscene, and it's like the triangle button flashes, and if you don't hit it in time, you're dead. It's like, okay, next time when it pops up, I'll push the button. But so Sony's games are not really panning out so good. The infamous Second Son was not exactly the greatest thing in the universe. And also, just this week they announced the Uncharted 4. Uncharted 4 is going to be released sometime in 2016.
Yeah.
In either first or second quarter of 2016, which means they're big, giant. That's the granddaddy of PlayStation games.
Coming down the pipe, and
they're not going to have a game for the Christmas holiday season.
Yeah, that's true.
So, wow. I mean, it's like, I'm sure it's going to be a good game. It's like Uncharted. That's kind of the flagship, independent or flagship exclusive title that they've got. But see, Xbox is going to have Lara Croft, whatchamacallit.
What?
It's some sort of Lara Croft, game.
The Tomb Raider.
Yeah, Tomb Raider, something or other. And it's
60th Tomb Raider sequel.
Yeah, so they'll have that in the holiday of this year, which I guess is a similar type game. It's an adventure game, third person. It's probably going to be a pretty big deal, but it is, at least for the time being, is planned to be an Xbox One exclusive. So Xbox is kind of sitting pretty. Yeah, they're doing okay.
Exponent, huh?
That's right. Well, I'm pulling for the Xbox to catch up because Sony pulled ahead so far as its console sales. It's like I tend to have most of my friends be on the Xbox, so I'd really hate for it to fall too far behind. So I want it to catch up.
Yeah.
So if it looks like I'm a Xbox fanboy, that's kind of the reason. Although the machine itself drives me fucking crazy. I don't know. What do you think?
Yeah, it does push the buttons a little bit there. Not quite as reliable and friendly to use as PS4.
True, it's not.
And the party system is still broke.
The party system is pretty much crap. I mean, all you guys out there using the Xbox One, don't you remember how easy all this shit used to be on the 360? It's like, oh my god.
No doubt.
Now that was a good system, the 360.
Yeah.
I've been waving this cigarette around here. I'm going to have to light it up.
Uh-oh.
It was suggested to me earlier this week that I should cut back on the smokes.
That's a personal decision, man.
I know.
It's your health and your life, man. I mean, that's what I tell people. It's a personal decision, man.
Yeah. Well, at least I don't drink, It's like I was drinking and smoking, and now I'm just smoking. So it's better. It's better. Just got to lay off fast food, smoking, and start reading to the blind. They'll have it all going on.
Everything happening.
Yeah, yeah. So what do you want to be when you grow up, Flexi?
I want to be a fireman.
I want to be an astronaut.
I don't want to grow up. I'm a Toys R Us kid.
Let's see. That was the Peter Pan syndrome.
Yeah.
Oh, you know what? I was like poking around on the internet looking at stuff, and I found, this. It's like I was listening to this person like ranting about feminists and how they pissed him off so much, and I found these other things to click on, and I found there's this movement called MGTOW, MGTOW. Have you heard of that?
No.
Okay, this is men going their own way. MGTOW. If you look it up, if you Google it, you'll get a whole bunch of shit. Basically, the idea is it's a men's rights kind of thing, and that dudes don't want to get married, don't want to live with girlfriends, and shit like that. Because you know what? There's like the idea is like getting married. You lose half your stuff and take on double the responsibility. What? Any comments?
No.
Oh, okay. So, but it's like there's people who are anti-MGTOW. A lot of women who are like that pisses them off. All this talk, and it kind of reminds me of like there's an episode of The Little Rascals. And it's like they form a women hating club.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's like no women allowed.
E-Man Women Haters Club.
Yeah, that's what it was. Anyway, so they don't want anything to do with relationships or girlfriends or moving in together or getting married.
That sounds like a good idea.
It sounds like a good idea, and with the
but it's not.
Well, the women are saying these are just slob, dirtbag dudes who can't get laid. Saying this, it's like easy for them to say because they couldn't get a woman anyway.
Yeah,
but I don't know. I think there's kind of something to it. It's like, if pursue the shit that's important to you. Because dudes make a lot of sacrifices for that end of the spectrum.
Yeah, goes the other way too.
Yeah, well, as long as you got a pocket full of singles and you just go into your local strip club, I guess you can find your entertainment. I don't know.
Guess if that's your thing, that was my thing 25 years ago.
Let's see, 1984, 85. I was big on going to the strip clubs. I was working at this one place, and on my way home, on the freeway, there was an exit you could take, and there was like a bunch of strip clubs that you could go to in Fort Worth, Texas.
Oh yeah,
and these were kind of the low rent strip clubs. It's like the drinks were cheaper, the cover was cheaper, and of course, the strippers were a little less than USDA prime. But anyway, as a young fella, I spent way too much time doing that kind of shit.
Yeah, there was all kinds of things we spent doing too much time doing.
Yeah, that's not really a good idea. It's expensive and you don't get much out of it. Although I gotta admit, I did take home about, I guess, 3 or 4 of them over the course of my career of doing that.
Dangerous.
Yeah. But of course, you go to one of these gals, place, and it's like this far from a crack house.
Yeah. I used to take 3 or 4 of them home at one night.
Whoa.
See.
Wow. See, you're doing better than me.
Sorry.
Give Flex a pat on the old back. Nice.
Sore shoulder. Oh.
Sore shoulder. Yeah. So anyway, I got my ball and chain here, so I can't be a MIG toe. But you young guys out there, give it some thought. There's worse ideologies that you can ascribe to.
Yeah, I suppose.
So I guess we're pretty much wrapped up for this week. What do you think, Flexi?
Yeah, we didn't have much to offer this week.
Not too much.
But we wanted to give you a little something until next week's big guest.
A little something.
Old Flex is working on something big for next week.
Something big.
Big motherfucker.
Yeah. All right. So if you're still watching Bulletproof Underwear, episode number 141, good for you.
You are a blithering fool.
You get a cookie. We'll send a cookie to each and every one of you. It's like in the comment section, if you got it this far, you could ask, "Where's my cookie?" And
or let us know what kind of cookie you like so we know what to send.
That's right. Of course, it'll be an internet cookie, like a data mine. No, just kidding. So, I guess. Okay. Yeah.
So
this,
you're gonna go.
Yeah. Okay, so gotta get this straight. Okay, this has been Bulletproof Underwear, episode number 141. We'd like to thank you for watching our show, and it's about time. Wow, I got it real close that time. Okay.
Well, I got a head rush from that.
All right, well, ride the tide on. See how long you can keep it going. All right, there's only one thing left to do. Take us out, Mr. Flex.
Bloop, bloop, bloop.